1 and 2. So, Marcellus, it's time to dive into the details. Who is under more pressure Sunday? Dak Prescott, the great Dak Prescott.
There you go. Respect his name.
Or Baker Mayfield.
You know it's Baker Mayfield. You're a former #1 overall pick, and you're going against Dak Prescott. And Dak's not a #1 overall pick. And Dak is in the conversation of having people talk about, is he a franchise quarterback or is he an elite quarterback, as Acho wants to put him in that category and then take him out of that category? But that's his range, right? Correct? He is on the franchise tag. Guess what that means? What that means? He's a franchise quarterback. Shut up. So now the only thing left for him is to be an elite quarterback. It's an elite quarterback. Where's Baker Mayfield's range? Let's talk about that right now. Is he still a starter, or is he going to go down to game manager, or what's our future with him? A lot lower range when you talk about him. Dak Prescott is just paying for how much you're going to pay me. And you know it's minimum $35 million because you already offered me $35 million. Baker Mayfield's playing for his job. Forget how much he's going to make going forward. Are they even at least going to pick up his option going forward? That's the difference. So Baker Mayfield, who's already marginalized the only rock star the NFL had in Odell Beckham Jr. Odell was our only rock star. We had MVPs, yeah. We had guys that were tremendous on the field, yeah. We never had a rock star like Odell Beckham. Now, if he catches 40, 50 yards a game, that's an amazing game. That's how low the standards are for a Baker Mayfield-led team. That's why he's under pressure, to show him what's going forward.
Exactly what you said, Marcellus, is the exact reason you're wrong. But I don't know what's frustrating me more, the semantics or just the answer.
Franchise tag is semantics?
No, here's exactly why you're incorrect. Baker Mayfield was playing with house money. When I was in Philadelphia, you stroll into a casino, and you go in there, and you get some more money, and you get money because you won. So you got money that's the casino's, not just your own. Baker Mayfield right now, he's playing with money that's not necessarily his. The Browns are 2-1, Marcellus. First time to be over 500 in 85 games. The Browns are above 500 for the first time in 85 games. Think about the hype, the high that they're on. They're already where they're not supposed to be. The Browns are playing with what is supposed to be a bottom 5, bottom 8 quarterback. The Cowboys are playing with what is a top 5, top 8 quarterback. Expectations, they yield pressure.
And you think the expectations are that different? We cannot get the money out of a #1 overall pick?
Because the Browns have already said, that's spilled milk. But Baker Mayfield,
how many times you spilled the milk?
They've spilled it.
How many times are they going to clean it up?
Whatever they can get out of Baker right now, kudos. But you really think the Browns are still all in on Baker? They could have picked up Baker's 5th-round option. They can do that. Yeah, the first-round option, excuse me, 5th-year option, 1st-round option. Yeah. They could have done that, but they're just kind of like, let's wait and see. Dak has already, boom, been tagged. Here's the problem, though, Marcellus.
I don't get that.
If the Browns win, headline news, Browns upset Cowboys, Baker outperforms Dak. But if the Browns lose, it's just another Sunday. It's just Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
If the Cowboys lose, we're leading with that. Cowboys win, good, they beat the Browns. Congratulations.
But the perception is not reality, and you're getting caught up in the hype. And it's amazing that Baker Mayfield, 2-1. Oh, my God, you're amazing. Good job. Cleveland Browns haven't been there in so long. But are we winning because of you, or are we winning in spite of you? And if you're a former #1 overall pick, it shouldn't be the latter. And that's the situation right now. It is the latter. You went to a big program, and it's funny, when I went to the combines, I was amazed at how many people hid behind their programs. I mean, because in the combines, it's like, look, I saw your film, I saw how many games y'all won, but why you can't bench press 225 5 times? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I was like, oh, he was hiding behind the program.
That's fair.
Baker Mayfield, you can't hide behind this 2-1 record, because I'm going like this. I'm the coach that says, team meeting, everybody, we 2-1, pop champagne. Hey, Baker, come here. We got to have an individual player meeting. And in that player meeting, when your coach is looking at an evaluation of you, Dak Prescott is going consecutive weeks of setting career passing yardage records. He's in consecutive weeks of setting Dallas Cowboys records. But now you're going to say, no, Baker Mayfield, who's still playing for his job, isn't under more pressure?
Marcellus, you
playing
can't.
For his job.
You shouldn't have walked down that trap. I feel bad for you because now you got to go. Marcellus, top 5 passing quarterbacks last year by yardage. Dak Prescott, didn't make the playoffs. Jameis Winston didn't make the playoffs. Phillip Rivers didn't make the playoffs. Jared Goff didn't make the playoffs. Matt Ryan didn't make the playoffs. So by you using the argument, and not just you, Cowboys fans around the world, using this argument that, oh, well, Dak Prescott is a top passer, there is actually a direct correlation between passing yardage and lack of playoffs. A direct correlation. So don't come to me, Marcel. Yeah, sure, 1 year, but a 5K study sample size. Hold on. So don't come to me with this fight talking about, well, Dak Prescott is passing for all of these yards, so how can Dak Prescott be any part to blame, or Dak Prescott, his expectations should be lower? Marcellus, there's a direct correlation between passing yardage and lack of making the playoffs. Dak outpassed Russell Wilson on Sunday, did he not? 472 yards to 315. But one quarterback got 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, one had 5 touchdowns, no interceptions.
This is lazy. This is really lazy.
No,
this is really lazy because you're going yardage and then try to say, well, if you got a lot of yards, it's not helping your cause in terms of winning. But just the year before, when we saw the Patriots, Chiefs, Rams, and Saints as our final 4 teams, I wonder if they all got great quarterbacks or good quarterbacks.
I didn't say great or good quarterbacks. That's not what I said.
But this is my point.
That's not what I said.
That's my point. Dak is either good to you or great to me. But he has not only a job, but an opportunity to get paid. Baker Mayfield is not good or great. And going forward, he doesn't know if he has a job. So that's called pressure.
No.
Can you pay the bills with your talent? You can't.
To your point, if you were already saying, you just said Dak Prescott is great, and you just said Baker Mayfield is not good or great. Dak Prescott to you is here, Baker is here. So how in God's name can Baker, the person who is not good, nor great, but let's just focus on the adjective of good, how can the person who is not good be under more pressure than the person who is great?
Right here. Because that's an enlightening process. We just came to that revelation maybe last year, but we have now said, verdict right now, you're not good or great. And that's a problem. That's going to reset our course going forward because we were betting on you. Dak Prescott is in a situation where if you evaluate him, you're playing amazing at the position. Guess who's not? Ezekiel Elliott has never started a season with 3 games without 100 yards, but he did this year. We're looking at the offensive line. It's porous. It's injured. It's overhyped. Looking at the defense. The defense is now, what, 30th in scoring defense, 25th in yards, and this was supposed to be a top 10 defense. At least it was a couple years ago. The point is, Dak Prescott is the only reason why they're in a... Go. What else on this team outside of the passing game is doing anything? Go.
Well, you've acquired all of your action. You've put all of your energy into the passing game. So you can't...
Really? They didn't sign Zeke? They didn't sign linemen?
$100 million.
They didn't sign defensive players?
$100 million to Amari Cooper, a first-round pick on CeeDee Lamb, a third-round pick on Michael Gallup. Like, you've invested...
Marcus Lawrence making $100 million.
You've invested all your money, a lot of your money, into the receiving core.
And defensively as well. All I'm saying is, Dak Prescott has them in a situation where they're still tied for first. And Dak Prescott's the only one, when you walk around that team, you're saying, you know what? I'm looking at him like he's living up to the name. Is Zeke living up to his name? Is the defense living up to the name?
Let me ask you this. Let's say this, because I believe this. A player is a reflection of his coach, and I believe to a degree that a team is a reflection of their quarterback. A player is a reflection of their coach. A team is a reflection of their quarterback. If the Cowboys lose to the Browns, and they start off 1-3, right? Cowboys start off 1-3. They've lost to the Browns, to the Seahawks, to the Rams.
Are they still in the NFC lease?
Yeah, it's still in the league.
It ain't gonna matter then.
Sure, okay, but let me ask you this. As I look around the league, how many quarterbacks wouldn't have the Cowboys 1-3 with that same record?
But you
see what? Wait, real quick.
Okay.
Let's digest this. No, let's digest this. If the Cowboys, because you're smart. If the Cowboys start off 1-3, who in the NFL couldn't take that Cowboys team to 1-3? The only person is maybe Baker Mayfield. That's the only person.
You know what? I'm smart. I'm smart enough to stay in my lane, which is using Dak against Dak, which is his passing yardage, which is how he's playing. I use that against him. I don't use hypotheticals. Well, if I put Brady there, what would happen? If I put Baker, like, that's not being smart. That's actually dumb to me because you will never get the answer to that. Right now, Dak is looking around at guys who are highly paid and certainly highly touted. and they're not living up to it. But since Dak is in a contract negotiation, we want to use all of the ills and woes of the Cowboys against Dak when Dak is the sole reason, if not largely responsible, lion's share of why this team is in it in the first place. You just got to respect that.
The reason I don't the reason I don't is because I feel like that's a lazy take. Not from you, from the world. Here's why. Everybody, you play on defense, I played on defense. Everybody thinks that for whatever reason, the games, they occur in incubated and isolated scenarios. Special teams only affect special teams. Offense only affects offense. Defense only affects defense. That is not how it works. The offense for the Cowboys, it does affect the defense. Does the offense give up a 60-yard deep ball to DK Metcalf? No. But the offense does yield field position. If you start inside your own 5, there's a 7% chance you score a touchdown. If you start inside your own 10, there's like a 20% chance you score a touchdown. The offense helps dictate the success of the defense. Look no further than the Packers and the Saints on Monday night, Sunday night, whenever the heck that game was played. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't eat up the clock, the Saints get the ball back. Saints have another opportunity to score. Now the Packers allow more defensive points. Look at last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jameis Winston, his offense directly affected the defense. We can't just look at the Cowboys defense, Marcellus, and say, oh, Dak Prescott's not at fault. He leads the league in passing. By the way, he also leads the league in passing freaking attempts. Yes, he leads the league in yards. We can't do that. The game is played collectively, cohesively. Okay. So Dak deserves a little bit of question. Just a little bit. He has a ton of yards. I'm happy for him. Russell Wilson didn't have many yards, and Russell Wilson outplayed him. Dak deserves a little bit of questioned.
No, I'm going to leave defense alone because we're going to talk about the Cowboys.
Please leave them alone.
And let's just stay offensively. Where I see Aaron Rodgers is at 65% of his offense's production. Where I see Patrick Mahomes is at 70% of his offense's production. Where I see Dak at 83% of his offensive production. But you say he has help. The numbers don't suggest that. Well, coming up, Carson Wentz is struggling, but his team still has his back. We'll tell you.